Hey there guys, Tom here, welcome back to my movie channel and thank you very much for joining me for this, my top 10 favourite Pixar movies. I've recently seen Onward, the latest movie from Pixar, so I thought it'd be great to go and do a list of my favourite Pixar movies, but I'm not doing this list alone. I cannot do this video without the Pixar expert. My friend James is here. Say hi, James.
Hello.
He's the Pixar guy, so I couldn't do this video without him. So let me know in the comment section below what your top 5 or 10 favorite Pixar films are. Right down there, let's carry on that discussion. Also, hit that subscribe button and please ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take on all things movies. So, I'm going to kick us off. I've got 5, James is going to do 5. 5 and 5 makes 10, so the title isn't clickbait. So, number 5, I am picking Toy Story 2. I love Toy Story 2. It's my favorite. My favorite line in Toy Story 2 is, "We've been down this aisle already. We've never been down this aisle. It's pink." The more I watch Toy Story 2, the more I love it. I love all the Toy Story movies. They're all amazing. I think 4 is actually the worst of the Toy Story films, but they're all great. But I'm putting Toy Story 2 at number 5. James, your number 5 Pixar film, go.
Number 5. Now, I have told Tom that he is not allowed to pick 4 Toy Story movies.
Yeah, we're not allowed to pick more than one Toy Story movie each.
Toy Story 3.
You're going Toy Story 3. Yep.
So, I wanted to put Toy Story 2 up, but I feel Toy Story 3 just edges it out. I didn't find it particularly funny. What I did...
No, it was heartbreaking is what it was.
In the cinema, it kind of just destroyed me. It was quite brutal, actually.
Yeah, I've told this story before. I was on a date when I saw that film, and I cried like a little girl, and my date didn't cry.
The friends I was with all broke down in tears.
Did you cry? You didn't cry. James doesn't cry.
No, I don't cry really.
No.
But
he's a heartless person.
I am completely heartless.
Completely.
That's why this is my number 5.
Number 5. All right, I'm gonna pick number 4. Let's go number 4. I'm gonna pick The Incredibles.
Ooh.
The first Incredibles. Did I take one of yours? We're doing this on the fly. We haven't discussed this, by the way. Listen, the first Incredibles movie is a movie I enjoy more and more every time I see it. I've come to really appreciate the first one because I enjoyed the second Incredibles movie. I think it's a great film. I don't think it's up to the standard of the first one. And I love Syndrome. That character to me is such a great character. So, first Incredibles. James, you got any thoughts on that? Did I steal your pick? I think I stole your pick.
Yeah, Incredibles would have sat slightly higher for me, probably number 3.
Well, you made me do this on the fly, so...
It's more fun this way, plus I can adapt.
Sure.
I mean, my biggest issue with the first Incredibles is that Syndrome is a very stereotypical antagonist, which doesn't necessarily translate very well into a series, which is why I was hoping that the second one deviated away from the formula. Unfortunately, I think the second one ran out of resources because
the second one's villains just weren't interesting. Syndrome was interesting. I disagree that he's stereotypical, but that's me. I mean, his name is Syndrome, like...
He's a narcissistic sociopath. They all act like that.
They're all narcissistic sociopaths.
As bad as it is, your narcissistic sociopaths kind of do all act like that.
They make for the best, most interesting characters, though. Anyway, what is it, number 4? Or number... Yeah.
So, my number 4 would probably go to WALL-E, I think.
WALL-E.
Yep, WALL-E.
Yeah.
An excellent silent film about the mass advertisement that is permeating our everyday society and the colossal wastage we are incurring as a result. It was designed with inspiration from the Bible, hence the deuteragonist of Eva, and it is a masterpiece.
I could listen to you say big words all day. What am I up to? Number 3?
Yep.
I'm up to number 3. My number 3, I'm going to pick Monsters, Inc. We were just talking about Monsters, Inc. off camera. You know what? Monsters, Inc. This is a movie that I've always wanted to see a sequel to. Like a proper sequel. I know they had Monsters University, which I enjoyed. I think that's a good movie. But I want the continuation of Monsters, Inc. I just think Monsters, Inc. is such a great film. I think nowadays it doesn't get the love, the adoration that it probably deserves. I think when I hear most people in discussions about Pixar movies, I don't hear Monsters Inc. come up that often. Maybe you do, and that's great, but I don't personally. And I'm always the guy being like, but Monsters Inc. So Monsters Inc. is up there. We got a 2319. It's so good. I love Monsters Inc. Your turn.
Oh, good ones. We're starting to come up short here.
Yeah. Number 3.
See, number three.
Yeah. Come on, don't have all day. Let's go. Pick it.
Probably Onward.
Onward. You freak really? Onward. Wow.
As I said in the Onward review, I really want to love every part of that film, but it does fall short, and I'm realistically not blind to the fact that it falls short. But there are movies that I do really, really, really enjoy that are not great movies. I couldn't really bring out too many examples. Ocean's 8 is one where, even though it's a good film, I like it disproportionately for how good it is. So Onward sort of fills that niche. It's not quite the same as Up, which Up is one that I would have liked putting in, but unfortunately it does just fall that little bit short in comparison to WALL-E. WALL-E and Onward.
Wow.
I know.
I didn't think. First of all, I didn't think you'd put Onward on the list, and second of all, Ocean's 8 coming up in a Pixar movie. I don't know where that came from, but there's that.
It was the only thing. It was the only movie I could think of, which I liked a lot more than what people were giving it credit for. Another one would be Darkest Minds.
Okay.
So it's that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Still bringing these movies up in a Pixar.
I know, not my happiest moment.
No,
unfortunately.
Not your finest film critic moment. But anyway, am I up to number 2? I'm up to number 2. Holy crap! All right, let's go. I'm just gonna go with my gut. A Bug's Life.
Good pick.
Yeah, it was down there on my shelf. I was just looking at it. A Bug's Life. You know what? I haven't seen A Bug's Life in years. I've got the Blu-ray. I've been meaning to watch it, and I haven't, but I need to because I remember loving the movie. And I don't know why. I have to look up what this movie did like financially, but from all accounts, most people like this movie, if not love this movie. And why we never got more of it, I don't know. But Bug's Life, number 2.
It didn't. I remember hearing that it didn't actually do as well as Toy Story.
No,
it
didn't.
As much attention.
No.
So
number 1.
2.
Number 2.
Number 2 for me. Number 2. Well, this is where I would have said Incredibles, but since Incredibles has already been mentioned, would actually have to go to Up in an attempt not to overlap. Now, Up normally wouldn't make my top 5, but that doesn't really mean much. It would only just be skirted out. I think it's a better movie, I think, than Ratatouille, which would have been the next candidate. But I think Up definitely deserves stuff. I still think it's a little lower than WALL-E, but you're talking Pixar. I mean, a 1%
they shout gold,
difference.
dude. They just like every movie. It's like gold, 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 except for Cars and Inside Out.
At a 1% difference, is it really going to matter?
I don't know. I think Inside Out's a lot more difference than that. It's pretty bad. My number 1, because I believe we're up to number 1, and I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, we have the same number 1. So let's say it at the same time. Number 1 is Coco. I've never, honestly, like Toy Story 3 is probably the only other one that has made me feel so much emotion as Coco did, as far as as Pixar goes. Coco, man. Coco is one of the few movies I think it's perfect. I think it has everything you want. I think it is a movie that when you say Pixar, it defines the name Pixar. I don't have enough words to describe this movie because it's so damn good. James, Coco, go.
Coco is the entirety of the reason anyone wants to visit Mexico.
Yes, that's true. Watch Coco. Just put it on repeat. Like, you'll feel better about the world. You'll also feel sad, but you'll feel better about the world. Coco.
Oh yeah, that ending.
Oh God, the ending. And the way the grandmother looks up and, oh my God, Coco.
It's not just that. It's not just the Alzheimer's component to the story. It's also what happens afterwards.
Yeah, it's everything.
she's with her daughter at the end, and that hits. Also, interesting little fact, which I didn't know until I listened to the soundtrack closely.
Remember
in the final song, what is it called? Mi Coronia,
yes,
I think.
Yeah.
All of the voice actors actually sing in that.
Yes. Yeah.
But I didn't know that.
Well, they cast people who could sing and voice act them.
They only do very small lines. It's almost all Miguel.
Yeah.
But every other character has a voice in it.
But the music in it, despite being like all in Spanish, it's just, oh my god, it makes you feel so good. Oh my god. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. Yep. So let me know in the comment section below what some of your favorite Pixar movies have been. Thank you very much for James for joining me for this video. It was a lot of fun. And remember to hit that subscribe button, ring that notifications bell so you never miss out on my take on all things movies. My name is Tom, and I will see you guys next time.